Yo, and welcome to the 45th episode of Lake of Rage, a Pokemon trading card game podcast. I'm your host, as always, Kevin Clementi, aka Mellow_Magikarp, and I'm joined today by two very special temporary guest hosts. Joining us once again is Sack, aka Sack17.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
And joining us for the very first time, you have probably seen her at the top of the leaderboards playing Jolteon in a lot of the Limitless tournaments, is Lindsay, aka Linty Rosecup.
Hi.
Got a very special episode for you today because it's the first time on the show for Lindsay. We're going to get to know her a little bit better with some of those rapid strike questions. And then we're going to get into our main topic, which is Brilliant Stars. What are some of the new decks that we are excited for? And what are some of the old decks that we're excited to revisit with some of the new cards? And then, of course, as always, we'll get into questions from Twitch chat. We are live on twitch.tv/mellow_Magikarp. So, Lindsay, are you ready for the rapid strike questions?
I'm ready.
Awesome. So you will have 60 seconds to answer as many as you can with no explanation, just straight first thing comes to your mind.
Okay.
All right. Question number 1. Winter or summer?
Summer.
Favorite snack?
Cookies.
Disney, Nickelodeon, or Cartoon Network?
Cartoon Network.
Favorite deck of all time?
Leafeon.
Would you rather be late or be early?
Be early.
Favorite emoji to use?
The skull.
Favorite TCG accomplishment? Also a tough one.
Winning a tournament with Jolteon.
Toppings on your perfect pizza?
Cheese.
What color sleeves do you use?
Black.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Juniper, sycamore, oak, or magnolia?
Oak.
Favorite subject in school?
Science.
Good choice. What food are you best at cooking?
Cookies.
Favorite holiday?
Halloween.
Rate your karaoke skills on a scale of 1 to Beyonce.
Kesha.
Wait, so that is time, but I got to ask a follow-up to that one. Where does Kesha rate on that scale of? And which genre of Kesha are we talking about? Are we talking the $sign era, or are we talking
$sign era? May not be like nice to listen to, but like throws a party.
Okay, she came to my college when I was a freshman, and I was sold immediately when I saw her live. Like, oh my gosh, you are amazing.
She knows how to throw a show.
She does. And then your favorite deck is Leafeon. Current Leafeon?
I panicked.
Oh.
No.
You wanna...
It's Jolteon currently, but Leafeon was, I guess, like the first deck I really played competitively.
Okay, so you jumped in at Evolving Skies and was like, I'm playing my favorite Pokemon.
More or less.
More or less not favorite Pokemon?
Yeah, I wouldn't say Leafeon's not my favorite Pokemon, but I do like all the evolutions.
Least favorite evolution?
Least favorite evolution? Flareon, I think.
Some disrespect right there. The fire type?
But I mean, still up there in like overall favorites, but least of the evolutions, I have to say.
All right, respectable. I actually dislike all the evolutions, so I would have whichever answer.
He's like, I hate them all.
Yeah, they're dogs are cool. I don't disagree with dogs, but the evolutions they're Pokemon. I don't dislike them. So we have a new set coming out, and it's still like 2 weeks away. It's still so freaking long away. I don't know if you both are hoping that Brilliant Stars come sooner rather than later. But
all right.
No, are you enjoying the format, Zach?
Oh yeah, Jolteon's still good. So as long as I can still play Jolteon, I'm good.
That's what I want to talk to you about.
We'll definitely bring up Jolteon with the old decks. Have you seen Sack's build? Well, we'll get to Sack's build. Sack's build is definitely 60 cards. It's something.
I didn't work for like a little bit. I won games with it too, so it's kind of fun.
But Lindsay, what are some of the cards that you're most excited to play around with in Brilliant Stars? Some of these new archetypes that you think are going to be kind of fun to mess around with?
Well, I'm doing a tabletop video with Zach in the Shuffle Squad on Thursday, and I I was looking through and just trying to pick some decks that he hadn't done on the stream yet. I think the thing that I'm most that I am most excited for is the Ice Rider combo with the Arceus. Still haven't decided which pronunciation it is.
I've been saying Arceus. I don't actually. No one's told me I'm wrong, but I don't know if anyone actually knows enough.
I've been saying Arceus, and no one has told me that I'm wrong. So
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Arceus.
Bro, why you got to go against me like that?
That's just how I say it. It's Arceus. Arceus? Where's the key? Arceus.
It's somewhere. It's definitely somewhere in there. I don't know. C's or
I think that's going to be pretty nice. But I definitely wanted to try something different. So I'm going to be trying the Entei. It's built pretty similarly to the Suicune Ludicolo with of course some of the new fire supporters.
Mhm. Are you like, so it's the Ludicolo Inteleon engine also?
No Inteleon. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Yeah, no Inteleon. It's running the Ludicolo with. Let me pull this up here.
Yeah, because Entei's been one that I've seen so many different builds. Like, it felt like Suicune built itself automatically because you're like, water Pokemon, water Pokemon, water Pokemon, we're good. And Entei is not that easy, so it's kind of curious what everyone else is kind of wanting to try for that.
Yeah, it's basically the Ludicolo engine with Ultra Ball, cross switchers, Raihan, Marnie research, kind of all that thrown together.
Nice.
So I'm going to be testing that on Thursday, and we'll see how that goes.
Are you playing the new Kindler and the new Magma Basin?
Yes.
Both of them. I like it.
Yes, both.
You got the Kindler in there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I need to
the
see
fire
how that
into
goes.
the discard pile. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know.
4 of each.
4?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's aggressive. Wait, so 4, how many research, how many Marnies? Are you just like a million draw supporters?
The list that I'm doing is only going to be running 1 Raihan, 1 Marnie, and 1 research.
That's brave.
It is brave, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Plus, I mean, two bat the Galarian Articuno V plus to get the fire in the discard.
Yep. Checks out.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes.
I'm kind of into it. Zach, have you put thought into Entei?
A little bit, yeah. It's gonna be like Magma Basin. I don't know about Ludicolo, but yeah, you probably need the Ludicolo like you need Suicune. Just like it's not weak to lightning like Suicune is, so I gotta try it. I also want to try Raikou and Jolteon. I think the 3 dogs would just be very good. Also, what if you like just put them all together? Kind of like the counter box.
The legendary dog.
Yeah, you have like the Aurora, everyone gets a Melanie, right? And you can attach like the Magma Basin to the Entei. You get speed energy for Raikou to draw cards. Ludicolo works on everybody. Like, what did you just
dancing for everyone?
Like, and put them in a box and then like say, hey, go F1. And you just play against weaknesses.
What weaknesses are you hitting? Wait, is this actually viable?
Mm.
Like, I mean, you're hitting each other for weakness, I guess, so that's cool.
Yeah. I mean, you hit with Leafeon for fire weakness, I guess.
That's true. Okay, there you go. No one plays the bad.
Yeah.
You hit Genesect, but I guess you already KO those anyway, so that doesn't probably matter.
Right.
You hit Zacian.
It's just,
that's fun.
Like Leafeon, the Raikou and Entei aren't weak to Jolteon, is what I meant to say. So that's probably the most important part. Like Suicune's good, right? Until you hit Jolteon, and then you like really bummed out because they OHKO you and your Sobble. But if you go like Entei, they don't OHKO you and your Sobble; they just kill the Sobble.
Wait, are we already countering Jolteon? Is that?
I don't think Jolteon's going anywhere. Like Manaphy's going to come out, but like Mew's not going to put a Manaphy in the deck, and like I think Mew is going to be the best deck in format after Brilliant Stars gets released. And they're not going to play Manaphy, so like why would Jolteon go away if it beats Mew and they're not playing Manaphy? So I think Jolteon still would be around.
I mean, I wasn't around for this time, but I heard that even with Mew, the Mew bench barrier, Rapid Strike was still good.
Oh yeah, but that's Metacham.
It was the quick shooting it twice, use Metacham on it. Yeah, the 70 HP is probably massive. I don't actually know. I don't know. How does Jolteon deal with, since we're on it, let's just dive into it. How does Jolteon deal with Manaphy? Yeah.
All right. you want me to go first? Because I have some thoughts.
He's been sitting on this for a minute, so
he is very excited for this. Anyone who's seen Sack's stream knows exactly what's coming.
So, put Jolteon, VMAX, right, with the baby Jolteon and memory capsule. Like, man, that doesn't do anything. But then instead of playing Inteleon and starting off like your own water Pokemon, as memory capsule does with Jolteon, you just play with Barrel and Ultra Ball. And just shut off their Manaphy's, shut off the opposing Inteleons and Sobbles and stuff like that, and it just works. I tried it in expanded with Octillery, and
there's an issue there.
Right, there's an issue because you can level ball for the Octillery, you can't level ball for the Barrel. But I just chose not to level ball for the Barrel. But it all worked out. Like the Goons worked, everything else worked. And I was beating expanded decks with my standard Jolteon list, which included the Barrel and Mew and Baby Jolteon and so on and so forth. So I think it can work.
I was going to mention that your Jolteon shuts off your Octillery in that deck.
Yeah. In that deck, the Jolteon shuts off the Octillery. So you got to be careful how you memory capsule. And you just got to be, would memory capsule here. And then like, don't. So then you can still Bizzle hand. But yeah, it does shut off the Octillery and expanded. But we'll play the Barrel instead. So I think Jolteon's probably not going away.
Lindsay, what are your thoughts on Sack's idea?
I have no comments about that idea. Okay. But I do kind of agree that Manaphy is not really going to do, kind of like you said, I mean, we're not going to see Manaphy in many of the meta, maybe like definitely single prize decks.
Of course.
And maybe some of the decks that are running the Inteleon line, but I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. I don't think it's going to be that huge of a problem. It's probably going to have some matchups where it does slow down Jolteon quite a bit, but so did Oricorio for a little bit, and until we found a way to get around it.
I love you are now the third guest in a row who has brought up Manaphy and just like, I don't think it's that big of a deal for these decks. So I'm hoping I agree 100%. Yeah. I'm hoping you're right.
I hope so too. I mean, there's always going to be those single prize decks where a free matchup turned into a little bit of a struggle and possibly even a loss, but every deck has bad matchups, so.
And that's what I hope happens with Manaphy. I know you're both Jolteon players, so you might disagree with one, but if I can shove it into my Leonzard deck and be like, all right, I can beat Jolteon now, I'm happy. And then if Jolteon can still beat all the double prize and triple prize deck, that's fine. I don't care about that. But let my single prize deck maybe set up, and I'll be happy. So Arceus with Ice Rider, you mentioned Entei with the Kindler and the Magma Basin and all that good stuff. What are some other decks that you're kind of excited to play around with in a couple weeks when the set drops?
I mean, I'm still trying to find a good Leafeon combo.
With the V-Star.
Maybe that's hopeful. Yeah, with the V-Star. Maybe I'm just being super hopeful, but so we'll see.
I mean, do you think it gets better? Like, not with the V-Star, but like, does the new meta, the projected new meta potentially help it?
I don't think it makes it worse.
Okay, that's a big deal, right?
I mean, Ultra Balls, I think, is going to help everybody.
True.
Choice Belt, I think, is going to also kind of help everybody. So I don't necessarily think it's going to get like insanely better, but I don't think it's going to be getting worse. I would have to look a little bit more into like some combos to make it a little bit better, but that's just me being hopeful. With Leafeon watching over me right now.
Yeah, for anyone on YouTube or watching on Twitch, you can definitely see the Leafeon theme background that Lindsay's got going on.
Mm-hmm.
Are you playing Beedrill in Leafeon, or am I the only one who still thinks that's good?
I actually considered it today. I think it was Little Dark Fury made a Leafeon with Beedrill list that I saw that he posted, and when I saw that, I was like, wait, do I need to try this and see if I like it?
I was about to ask if anyone's ever played Beedrill and Leafeon, but then you said LDF, and I'm like, of course someone has.
Yeah.
No, even I played it. I love it. Because then, okay, so you got all the Mews, right? Mustard. What do you mean? How do you
No.
get it out? Yeah, you play
Oh,
mustard.
That'll be
Mustard's gonna
easier with Ultra Ball, too.
huge. That's
Exactly.
huge with Mustard. All right, never mind. Scratch that.
See, now we're
Got to
in.
rethink everything.
Bro, we got Arceus with the double colorless energy or the double turbo energy, right? So you can OHKO
Right,
that.
check.
You already got Mew with Fusion Strike. You can OHKO that. See, now we're talking.
I do think it would be better in. I saw someone just said this in the chat. I do think it would be way better in Leafeon than it is in Jolteon.
Yes. Probably. You just get the grass energy automatically.
Mhm.
Yeah. Also, I was rereading Arceus today. Did you guys know that Arceus only attaches energies to V Pokemon?
Unfortunately, yes.
That's so just both of them do. Both of them. It's only V Pokemon. Like, all right, cool. We get Manaphy for all these single prize decks, and then Arceus. Oh my goodness, you got me saying Arceus. Doesn't even attach energies to them. So like Arceus is just playing with Roblox Pokemon again, like V Pokemon. And like Manaphy, it's just recycled. It goes over. Like single prizers aren't going anywhere.
Now I got to play with the shiny one.
I am glad about the V stars though. I'm not sure about Whimsicott.
Oh, you missed an era of Shadow Rider. Shadow Rider is way fun, and it gets new tools.
Well, I was Shadow Rider was actually the first deck that I like learned how to play, like the first Pokemon deck that I learned how to play, but I never played with it like competitively.
Was this with Gengar, Mimikyu, and Trevenor?
No.
Oh man, it was good times.
It was like right before Evolving Skies came out.
No. Like Cake is nice, and then Whimsicott is like Cake in like a two prizer, kind of way. You could Whimsicott just so much with the V Star. Whimsicott V Star is so nice.
Zach,
are you bringing back? The first attack is cool.
Oh, it's Chaos Wheel again, so it's no special energies, no tools, no stadium.
Yes.
No tool or no special energy.
Okay, there we go. Yeah,
we used to play stadiums.
Okay, well, that's probably fine. It's the no special energy that makes it sound really nice, right? The 160 and no special energy.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
You got like Fan Waves or Turbo Energy and then Chaos Wheel them? Or it's called Tricky Wind, I guess. You go Fan, Tricky Wind, and then how are they supposed to reattach Turbo Energy or Fusion Strike Energy or anything like that? Force them to play basics.
So, Zach, are you bringing back the Shadow Rider?
I'm going to try. I feel like everyone's going to try. It could be like Whimsicott with Arceus or like Whimsicott with Shadow Rider. I mean, it all gets in there. The V-Star 60 to one of your opponent's Pokemon for each energy attached to this Pokemon. You can just OHKO somebody for 5 energies. It has to be easy to get that in play.
I love it. It's easy to get 5 energies in play. Like,
no.
Bro, I want to know how you do it. I'm impressed. If you can pull it off, and I've seen you pull off stuff that I've told you can't do literally every day. So,
remember when I tried Baby Trio forever?
You did.
That took 16 energies to get standard Baby Trio, the tag team. Like 5 is nothing.
I remember trying that for a while for San Diego Regionals 2019 with the Hat Ladies. Like actually try hard testing it. We pulled it off often enough to lose a best of 3 still, but we could pull it off 1 out of every 2 or 3 every 3 games. It was great.
The Hat Ladies was a good time.
So what are some other things we're looking forward to from Brilliant Stars? So far we've had Arceus Ice Rider, we've had Leafeon, technically Jolteon, I guess. Whimsicott? Zach is co-signing Whimsicott. I'll give you that one, Zach.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone's going to pull it off, I guess, Zach, you're going to be the one to do it.
I'm going to try. There's some like cool normal type Pokemon support, though, that we got. We got this new guy, what's it called? Charon's Care. I think it's really, really nice for the format. You can put a normal Pokemon that has any damage counters into your hand, and all cards attached to it into your hand. So
that is pretty nice.
Not bad for like the likes of Togekiss, who goes like, all right, 120 and search a deck for 2 guys. Search a deck for Sharon's Care or Cheryl or something like that, or Turbo Energy. So like just heal over and over again. I think that's really nice. However, I think I was rereading some other cards that this could work well with Blissey. Right? You go like, all right, hear me out. There's a Dusknoir that's getting reprinted. It's a Psychic Poke, and it has the ability Psychic Trans. You can move a special energy card from one of your Pokemon to another one of your Pokemon as often as you like during your turn. So lucky energies, powerful energies, turbo energies. You're like, all right, I got a Dusknoir in play. I'm going to move all my energy from one Blissey to the next. You try to like boss stall Blissey, move them back, right? And then you pick it up with Sharon's Care and just put it back down. And now your 2 prize 300 HP Blissey is like fully healed. And it has no damage counters on it. And all the energies, well, are still there. Shouts out to the Dusknoir. But the thing is getting the Dusknoir in play, but like, who's targeting down a Dusknoir?
Jolteon.
Got him.
No, but the Dusknoir will be super interesting though.
But Manaphy is fine. Dusknoir.
I feel like I don't hate this idea as much as I'm supposed to.
I thought it was cool when I was reading it.
Yeah, no.
It's gonna be a cool card. It's gonna be a cool card. Yeah. It's gonna make Cheryl kind of dirty, but I mean not for Blissey.
Yep, for Togekiss probably.
Yeah,
or what else do we get as normal?
You have Charon's Care plus Cheryl plus the double turbo energy, and Togekiss is kind of potentially quite good.
Arceus is a normal Pokemon that comes out.
That's true. Oh, so are we running what straight Arceus then?
I think so. I think Arceus dot deck is going to be just blended, right? I don't know who you would pair it with to get like the best pairing. I've seen it paired with Charizard, Moltres, Dodge Shenanigans, maybe like Whimsicott. And like, what about straight Arceus though? Like by itself with turbo energy and whatever basic energy of choice you're looking for. And just keep like looping Cheryl and Sharon's Care by promoting new Arceus. Like as a 2 prizer with 280 HP, there's no way that can be that bad. You 2-shot everything in the format, you get to heal. And the ability on the thing is ridiculous.
The ability, the V-Star ability, right?
The V-Star ability, yeah. So take for 2 cards when you're in.
Wait, then why would you play it with Whimsicott?
Well, you could play with Whimsicott, right? Like who would you pair Arceus with? You could pair with Whimsicott to get the psychic energy and play for Whimsicott.
Okay.
Because you don't have to use the ability.
I'm just going to say for that one.
Yeah.
I'm no. I'm sure. There's got to be other psychic Pokemon that are just better, right?
All right. So when you ran Zoro and Lele, right? You only get 1 GX attack per game, but you get to pick which GX you're using. Sometimes you need Arceus, sometimes you need Whimsicott.
Who ran?
I bet like
no one ever used Trickster GX.
I've been Trickster GX before. You ever Trickster or Dangerous Rogue? You're like, all right, Trickster, Dangerous Rogue GX. Like, that's tough.
Very safely, I've never been Trickster GX. I assume someone in the history of the Pokemon trading card game has used Trickster GX.
I have.
Okay, there you go.
Oh wait, Ross.
There's the one.
Zach
is always the one.
Fine. And I think Arceus can fit into a lot of different types of decks. So, but I think straight Arceus might be the way to go.
I did see a Japanese list that played Melanie plus Charon's Care, because you could go like Melanie plus the double turbo energy, and then you're attacking in 1 turn with the V-Star, and obviously you could heal it off, because after you attack once, you've powered something else up with basic water energies. It's definitely a deck. I don't know if it's good, but it seemed cool.
Yeah.
And like,
way nice.
Healing's just good, right? Like, let's go back to the Jolteon logic. If you Cheryl once in a game, it feels like you literally can't lose that game.
Yeah.
And so
unless you Cheryl first in the mirror match. If you go like Cheryl and then they Cheryl right after you, you're like, damn, this sucks.
I've never played a mirror match with Jolteon that isn't just I KO'd your Sobbles, I win, or my Sobbles got KO'd, I lose. So
all right, have you tried playing Urshifu in your Jolteon list? Because it's not always the case if you play Urshifu in the mirror match. You're like, all right, cool, Cheryl, and you go like Cheryl, like you take a KO on my Sobbles, and then you go like, all right, cool, Raihan, Urshifu, good luck. Now just OHKO to your Jolteon.
I mean, yeah, but could you ever do that with tournament set?
I have done it in a tournament.
Yeah, you probably
clipped it. There's a clip out there by Mello_Magikarp of Sack using Urshifu in the mirror match, round 1 of a tournament.
I love, so for listeners who don't know, Sack, you got top 4, top 8?
Yeah, top 4.
Top 4 of a like 90-person tournament with Jolteon Urshifu, which is as cursed as it sounds. But at one point, it was a closed deckless tournament. Your opponent called a judge for a deck check because they didn't believe that you played it.
They were just like, there's no way that this guy's gotten through this entire tournament with an Urshifu in his Jolteon list.
Like, can I get a judge call, please, for and deck check for Urshifu and Raihan? And then the judge came back like, it's in the list, and he was like, oh god,
This
no
guy's
list.
crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It's pretty good.
I am excited for Ultra Ball in Jolteon though. That's gonna help so much.
Yeah. The times you like, just in general, like the consistency of the format is going to be so good. Because like, all right, I missed my like turn one, I missed my attacker. If like turn one, I missed Jolteon. Like I got like 10 outs to Jolteon, but I still whiffed it. Then like the game's pretty much over because Sabo's not doing any damage, right? Or like Leafeon, that's like I missed Leafeon turn one. I guess I have to like find Leafeon turn two. Like the only deck that doesn't do that is like probably Mew, but that's just Mew things. But it'd be so nice to find your attacker. It'd just be more consistent for the format. It's gonna be so good.
Yeah, Ultra Ball is gonna be very helpful with Jolteon.
So are we
Also-
playing? Wait, is it like Quick Ball, Level Ball, Ultra Ball, and Evo Incense? Or are you cutting into that count? Or I haven't played enough Jolteon to have any idea. on
I would
this.
probably run like maybe 2 Ultra Balls.
Okay, so just more outs
But-
of the turn one.
What? Just 2? I'm going 4/4 Ultra Ball Quick Ball. Let's bring it back to expanded now.
You right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
then
I'm
how
never-
many level balls though?
0, probably.
0? Have you
Well,
read
maybe level balls
Drizzile?
or cutting incense. Right. Well, I'm not running Drizzile. I'm running Barrel.
Oh,
Well,
Barrel's so good. I did my hand out.
we're talking about 2 different decks. We're talking about 2 different decks.
Oh, so we're going to like the Italian engine now, right? Well, if I'm playing the Italian engine, I probably don't play like 0 or very little Ultra Balls in any Italian
That's
engine.
why I said 2. Only 2 Ultra Balls with
Right.
the Inteleon engine.
You need your resources in that deck.
Yeah, I mean,
100%.
I'm not gonna knock it until I see it.
yeah, I do want to say
Yeah.
the one time I played it, the only times I lost with Jolteon are where I whiffed the turn 1 Jolteon. So it feels
Like-
and
like,
it's a problem.
yes.
I
Because
thought
every
about
other
playing
game, you're
Storm
just like,
Mountain
oh, I
for
just
it.
win the game.
Yeah.
Stormy Mountain?
Okay, people playing capture energy, right? They're like, I'll play an 8th energy, it'll be a capture energy so I can have another out to Jolteon. Well, you can play Stormy Mountain. That's another out to Jolteon. Seriously, for a lightning Pokemon put on your bench? That's Jolteon if I've ever seen one, right? And you just like need your turn 1 attacker in like a big way. And then the games aren't that bad.
They're still
Like,
playing
once you
Path.
wait- Well, probably still playing Path, yeah.
Okay. They made,
We did get a new interesting stadium though that I might consider. The collapsed stadium or whatever, collapsed something or other.
each player can only have 4 benched Pokemon. You discard.
Yo,
I'm-
so nice.
I'm in love with this card purely because I love the fact that I can bench a 2 prizer in a single prize deck and just like vomit Sobbles on the bench and then play the stadium to get rid of my Crobat or my Finneon or whatever.
Huge. Yeah.
Crobats do lose a lot of games sometimes just by being on the bench.
Yep, I gotta add Crobat to my deck now because I'm playing Collapsed Stadium or Collapsed Field or whatever it's called, Collapsed something or other. And also we get Luminion, another dude that you just discarded with the stadium. which
That is true.
huge.
That is also true.
Luminion's pure purpose is to be discarded with the
Yes.
stadium.
We ask so
Collapse.
much of the bat and we just disrespect it. So
Well, gets 2-shot by Jolteon in a big way, and you can't. There was no way to pick it up. Like you can't net it. With the Exile is gone, right? We don't have Giovanni's Exile. We could evolve it into the VMAX. I thought about that once. Like in the E-turn versus the ADP matchup, right? They go like, all right, Boss KO Crobat, Boss KO Crobat, and I did try to add in like a Crobat VMAX and just evolve the Crobat so they can't Boss KO it against ADP. But like, nah, it's not really worth doing anymore. So Jolteon, it's a free prizes for Jolteon if I've ever seen any.
Are we just officially a
tried it.
Jolteon
Tried it.
propaganda episode now?
This one might be, yeah.
I mean, it's funny because when I first started with Leafeon, that was like the one deck that I really, really, really hated to play against. And there was one tournament where like in the top 8, I think it was a tournament that I placed second in. So in the top 8, top 4, and then top 2, I had to play Jolteon. I played Jolteon to get into top cut, then Mew, Jolteon. So I played like 3 really close Jolteon matches, and I was just so angry about it. I was pretty upset about it the entire time, and then I just was like, maybe I'll just start playing it. Maybe I'll just become what I have nightmares about. And I haven't really turned back since, so
You can't beat them, join them, right?
can't beat them, join them.
I do have to say, that's the best advice I've ever gotten. It was from my wife. I was really stressing before regional. and it was like, I don't know how to beat this deck. Like, what? Like, this is like really like stressing me out that there's this one deck in the format, and it was like Turbo Dark and Expanded. And I'm like, I can't figure out something that consistently beats this and does this. And she's like, why don't you just play it if it's that good? Like,
You're like, oh my gosh,
Like,
you're right.
That's just like makes perfect sense. And then you just stop caring and you just beat everyone because the deck is broken.
Oh yeah, someone just said about Gengar and the choice, but I played Gengar for the first time in a tournament yesterday, and first off, inconsistent, but second off, will be better. It will be better.
Yeah, with added Ultra Ball.
And I'm excited.
I do love, because I saw your tweet. You went 6-0, and the very next day you went like, what, 3?
Same day.
Oh, same day.
Same
Even
day.
better.
Hours later.
Same day.
It was
Same
hours
day.
later. Yep.
Same day.
She convinced me to play it because she went 6-0. And I was playing Jolteon in the tournament I was playing. She's like, oh, it's the same 60 for the late night series. Right? I just went 6-0 with this list. I was like, perfect. Sign me. I'll take that. And then
We're like, let's go.
Yeah, 1-2 drop. I hit Wheezing, right? And I did nothing.
Yep.
They just like shut off all my Houndooms and then just poisoned me to death.
Oh, I love
Right?
that
I did
matchup as a
nothing.
Wheezing player. It feels so good.
Oh. And then next round, prized all my dudes. It couldn't find anybody. Got KO'd. I'm like, I've had enough of Gengar for now. Can't do anything in this matchup.
So we think Ultra Ball is going to make that more consistent.
Crobat is going to be drawing a lot more cards. Yeah, you turn one, Crobat. You're like, oh, I got a Crobat for like, how much I'm Crobatting for? Like 2? And I need to hit a battle pass off this. Turn to just like Crobat for 5, and I've guaranteed a battle pass. And now I find all my Houndours and everything. It's going to be great.
Mm-hmm. Arceus, Choice Belt,
Wait, so we're running
double turbo energy
All that stuff.
for the Arceus, and
Wait, how's that?
slap
math?
some
250, 280, yeah? That's
Pretty good.
perfect. Oh, geez. Gosh, Gengar just hits so hard. It's so ridiculous.
He really does.
So moving forward with Gengar, are we running Urshifus in there? Are we just running straight Gengar? Are we running the thick Houndoom line? Like, what's your initial thoughts? Obviously, you have to test everything to figure it out, but
I ran it with one Urshifu, and in the tournament earlier in the day, I didn't really use it because I didn't play any mirror matches. You don't need it against Jolteon, really. But I had it in there specifically for the mirror match and never hit a mirror match. So I only played with that deck against other like friends, like casually with the mirror match. I never played it in a tournament with the mirror match. So, but I don't even think I ever used the Urshifus, to be honest. The one Urshifu.
I'm a big fan of Urshifu techs in decks that are to counter tech against decks that are weak to fighting.
the other Urshifu.
Well, I did play single strike Urshifu in my Gengar deck. And
You
I did
imagine?
Yeah.
Rolls up with a 1 rapid strike in the single strike deck.
Someone did have a list with Rapid Strike Urshifu in their Gengar deck on Limitless. I went to go check whatever tournament it was over the weekend, and there was one Rapid Strike Urshifu in Gengar. They're like, yeah, I accidentally put in the wrong Urshifu.
I saw that
But-
tweet, yeah.
Did they put the energy in there?
Nope, just wrong Urshifu. No Rapid Strike energies, no basic energies, nothing.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
I
Can't even
mean,
do
it
anything.
happens. I
Yeah.
It
guess.
does.
We've all been there.
Actually, yeah, I definitely have. Shout out to you. I've always used this example on stream, but like one of those, the 60th card doesn't matter because someone top 16'd a regional with Lucario GX in their deck, but no Riolu.
Yeah.
And
They played a Prism Star.
Yeah, but-
Collinsville.
doesn't work that way. And they still managed
Oh.
to get top 16 at this regional because it
See,
didn't
that
matter.
type of energy really makes me just want to throw a Pyukumuku in every single deck. Every
you
single
can't-
deck.
Can't say that. Soda's going to hear that. Soda's going to hear you say that and just feel this.
I'm gonna
Pyukumuku
do it. I'm
voice.
gonna start doing it. Just throw one in until I start games with it. Then I'm gonna be like, all right, nope, it's out.
I mean,
There's
if you
a
play
card in
Nets,
format
it's
called.
not bad. I don't know. I played in
The-
Suicune and loved it.
What's the electromagnetic something or other that gives you back E-powers?
Oh,
Exactly.
Electrocharger, yeah.
Electrocharger. There's an electrocharger in format. E-powers are no longer in format. So Azul played the most useless card in the format, Electrocharger, because it doesn't do anything. It just coin flips for no E-powers. in his deck and do you win the tournament or get like top 4 or something with that
Yeah, he
in
got
his
top
deck?
4.
So, top 4 as a 60s card. So you like 100% could just do that to play the card like a Rapture Urshifu your deck and still do well. Or Lucario GX.
Someone's also
Or
pointing out
Muku.
Katron getting top 4 at the 1,000, like 1,200 person limitless tournament with a Zamazenta in his Dragapult deck.
Yep.
And yeah, all of these are worse than Pyukumuku. I'm encouraging the Pyukumuku. I really like that card. Like when you play level ball.
Me too.
How many times in a game are you just like, I have stupid quick balls and level balls I don't want? And those
let me just draw a card.
Exactly.
Huge.
I'm team Pyukumuku. I don't put it into decks because I normally find something better, but I fully encourage the Pyukumuku deck and everything.
All right, bet.
I want to see
happening.
Next time I see your name at top cut of a tournament, I expect to click on the Jolteon logo, I assume.
And there's going to be a puke.
Let's go.
I will replace the Palpad for a puke. I will.
Can you sell me on the Palpad? Because I think Palpad's one of the worst cards ever printed. That's not true, but that's true. Sell me on it because I've never tried it. I could be wrong. I'm wrong all the time. Just ask Zach.
How do you feel about the rope?
I think the rope is great. I love the rope for the Mew matchup because so often Mew is just, they get the Fusion Strike energies on the stuff you want to hit, and you can end up in this awkward situation where you're like, you rope and you have to promote a Genesect that you can't retreat, or you give me something with a Fusion Strike. So I love the rope.
Yeah, I like the rope a lot. I mean, I agree that Palpad is maybe not the best card in the world. I think the other one that looks like a mouse, where it like gets it back into your hand. What, the VS Seeker? Is that one? It looks like a computer mouse, does it not?
Yeah, VS Seeker.
Does it? Wait, now I have to go look at VS Seeker.
It kind of looks like my computer mouse. Does it not? Whatever.
It doesn't look like my computer mouse.
Oh, I can see it. It doesn't look like I have an Amazon Basics mouse that costs like $1.50, so I don't have a fancy.
I mean, I
mouse.
Definitely think that card is quite a bit better. However, I'm not sure why I originally put it in the deck, but it was the ideal situation was to get a boss and a Cheryl back. Was kind of the ideal situation. Just because I feel like Zach's like, please stop, please stop.
Dude, I played Palpad because I wanted that exact same thing. I wanted 3 boss, 2 Cheryl in my Jolteon list. I'm like, all right, this is what we're running. These are the numbers I'm looking for. And I couldn't find a 60th card, right? I had like 60 cards or 59 cards. I needed 2 more to get 61, but I couldn't find one to cut. And it could have been Urshifu. Who knows, right? It could have been anything. But I played a Palpad to try to get boss and Cheryl back. It was the worst thing ever, right? It was like, this is going so poorly. This Palpad right now could be either one of those cards. It would win me the game. But what is it right now? It's a Palpad, and I have to put it back into the deck and then go find it. First, I have to play the Palpad.
What if it was a puke?
That would
so I
potentially be better.
And then go get it out. So if I have like one Shady Dealings and Inteleon, right? I go like, all right, cool, Shady Dealings and Inteleon for Palpad, and no, not it. Still not it. Just have to go Palpad and then go get it. But I'm out of Shady Dealings already.
Scoop?
Scoop up that?
Yeah. Throw that bad boy on another Drizz.
It's clearly you're just.
I
not
mean, it worked.
Right.
It worked for me. It worked. And I've had a lot of people tell me that they used it, and they're like, "Lindsay, this is like absolute garbage." Like, what? It works. It worked for me. There's times where I've had to throw away the Cheryl and the boss like prematurely with a research or something like that. That has happened so much, and Palpad has saved me so many games. But I can also do without it.
Yeah. I think the argument is if we can get you to agree on escape rope, we're going to concede the Palpad. So
yeah,
I do like the rope is how she started off the argument.
Yeah, no. This because rope is better than pad. Rope is better than pad.
She was like, do you like escape rope? And then you were like, yeah. And she was like, all right, Palpad is whatever. We'll put it out there.
It honestly is. Like I can win plenty. I can win games without the Palpad, but like the rope is actually super clutch.
The rope is so good. I would recommend rope.
Yeah, the rope is super, super hot in Jolteon. Especially when you have no way to ping and you need to get the damaged active out of the active. It's so helpful.
Or the amount of times it's wheezing where I've just been like, here's a wheezing, GG's. And the rope is just an extra out to like turning me winning the game into an auto loss because you got the wheezing out of the active and did dead draw. Which, now that I think about it, no Jolteon should ever play Escape Rope. You should definitely cut those. Please.
Oh, they're good. Like I had originally put it in for the wheezing when everyone was playing wheezing, and then I realized how good it was in so many matchups.
So nice.
Like the dirtiest one is when you have like a big V like in the active, and they have like two of their little like Sobbles or Lotads or Houndours on the bench. Escape Rope, knock off both the supporters. It's so dirty. It's so dirty.
So
The free
speaking
two prizes is also just so strong.
Oh, yeah. Kill double Sobble, favorite play of Jolteon. Sure, I'll do it. Why not? What are you going to do next turn? Nothing. You got no Sobbles. A big fan of that play. But speaking of Escape Rope, there's a card that piqued my interest that is getting printed in the next set. It's Tornadus. I don't know if you guys have seen this card or not, but has the ability Sudden Cyclone. When you play this Pokemon from your hand on your bench, you may have your opponent switch their active Pokemon with their bench Pokemon. That's Escape Rope, but you don't have to switch, and you can net it.
So it's Fiona, but it doesn't go to the bottom of the deck.
Oh yeah, it's Fiona, but it's on play. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Huh. I don't
So
like
a scoopable Escape Rope.
There you go. Right, exactly.
A scoopable one-sided Escape Rope.
Yeah. As a Jolteon player, you don't need to get out of the active. It's not a good in Mew. Like you probably still play Escape Rope in Mew, but I thought that card was so cool. Seeing that, it's like Fiona, but scoopable, and it's a normal Pokemon.
I assume because it's a Tornadus, it's not level ball searchable.
No,
120 HP.
Okay, I was like, maybe
but
you can sell me on it.
Nettable.
But are we playing nets now? Jolteon? More than like what?
Oh, you still have to play nets for the Goon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then use them on the Goon, not the Tornadus.
You know, actually, Sack, I want to hear your opinion on this. There is a younger kid who plays. He's actually very, very, very good. This younger kid who plays Jolteon at my locals. He was running his Jolteon list. You know how there's those 3-4 cards that interchangeable in Jolteon. He was running a rescue carrier.
For the Sobbles or for the Goons?
Both, or a Drizz if he needs it.
Right, for Drizzle. That's not bad in the mirror match. You're like, oh, my Drizzles.
Yeah, just one.
I don't hate it. But like for the mirror match, I just play Urshifu. So
now we're
chaotic.
I like it. My friend tried selling me on Rescue Carrier and E-Turn. Right? So you go you're doing E-Turn things, you play a bunch of Goons, you go you fill your bench with a bunch of Goons. And then you go Path, you go shucks, I gotta discard down my bench. You're like, all right, discard Goon, discard Goon, discard Goon, discard Goon, draw, bump Path, rescue carrier, fill bench again, and you get the Goon pings. I don't hate it. I thought it was neat.
Yeah, for hyping
I like Goons.
If we're hyping Jolteon, do we hype Eternatus with Choice Belt to KO Jolteon in one shot?
Oh my god. So Choice Belt getting reprinted is you gotta go revisit. Everybody gets a revisit. Every single Pokemon card in the standard format gets a revisit because of Choice Belt. All right, we got Leonzard. E-Turn hits for 300 now, plus 2 Goons. That's a KO on a VMAX. Okay, we do get Climb Stadium, which is kind of a nuisance. But oh well. What are you gonna do? You just play your own path, or you have to bump path still.
I mean, that's why I still like running Tool Scrapper.
Yeah.
In my Jolteon list.
Oh yeah, Tool Scrapper's gonna be huge.
Oh, I feel like every deck is gonna.
Or Jammer. You could probably play Jammer.
Or Jammer.
Yeah. But we take a look at E-Turn. Leonzard gets a look at again. Mad Party. Right. What else we got there for single prize?
Mad Party is gonna be so busted.
So I want to hear then, because when we had LDF on, LDF was like, no, Mad Party's trash. Which I was not expecting from him. I was expecting him to hype that thing up. So sell me on Mad Party, because LDF anti-sold the podcast on Mad Party.
I mean, so I was not around when Mad Party was a big thing. I wasn't around for the first Mad Party era, so I'm not sure how it performed previously. But Mad Party with the Manaphy. What's the one supporter? I think it's the Roseanne's backup.
Yeah, it can shuffle back the Twin Energy in addition to other
Pockets. Yep.
The twin energy plus the turbo energy plus that stadium that we were just talking about as well.
Oh, are we playing the Zach? What's the stump? Not giant. It's the giant stump reprint essentially. Actually, wait. Yeah, of course you play it, right? Because then you can just discard your Crobat or your Finneon.
Yeah.
Or the if you want to play if you want to play Lumineon, and then plus Choice Belt. Plus Ultra Ball, being able to discard those little mad boys in there. I mean...
So hear me out. Turn 1, instead of hitting for 100, you're not hit for 130. Because of Choice Belt.
Yeah.
That is better.
I just don't think... we lost to Dene, I think, which is huge. So I don't know about Mad Party just yet. We did get Lumineon, so you can go turn 1 research after you Crobat and all that stuff. It's cool. Like Ultra Ball, Incense, Familiar Bell, Level Ball, whole squad gets in there, really. So it might be nice with the extra energies, but I don't know if it's fast enough still. It does hits hard. Doesn't cap
the Ultra Balls will help. I mean, 4 Ultra Balls, 4 Quick Balls, 4 Level Balls.
Yeah, huge. But I don't know if it's fast enough because we lost to 10.
It's crazy to think a single prize deck that for 1 attachment can do pretty large numbers isn't fast enough. Like, you might be right. That's one of the things LDF was talking about too, because like the double turbo energy is a -20, which kind of counteracts the belt and all that good stuff. But like, it's so crazy to think that deck isn't fast enough when that deck was always super fast.
That is huge. Discard draw 6. Ridiculous.
Yeah, who would have thought that was good?
Yeah.
I'm pro Mad Party. I've got my IRL. I've got the alt art promos. I've got the shinies on PTCGO. I want it to be good. I want to.
Well, I mean, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it. I think Manaphy will help it though, especially with, Jolteon and or Shifu.
Yeah, I'm always
we have some
single prizers. They're my heart. I love single prize.
I think the Roseanne's backup is an interesting inclusion to almost any deck that's looking to play special energies. You get the turbo energy back, you get twin energy back.
I think it tools back too, back. Or am I wrong?
Yeah, pretty much one of anything.
Tool, Stadium,
choose
Pokemon,
one or more
energy.
Yeah.
Okay. Either shuffle a Pokemon, shuffle a tool card, a Stadium card, or an energy card. So I mean, that's all, or.
No, yeah, you like one or more, which is I'll just take all of them actually. I get a Stadium bump, so for Path, I get my Turbo Energy back, I get my Choice Belt back, and I get whatever Pokemon you just knocked out back. So hear me out. This is my next brilliant idea. Mew VMAX with Cheryl. All right, cool. Turbo Energy, Choice Belt. Instead of doing 210, now I'm doing 220. And then you go like, all right, hit. I go Cheryl, attach Turbo Energy. And then like the turn that I'm not Cheryling or attacking with like a different Mew, I can just go like Roseanne's backup and get all that stuff back.
Do I have to quote what someone replied to your tweet with and say Psychic Leap?
No, you don't.
Okay. Let's just forget
that. Because you're not doing damage. You go like, all right, Psychic Leap 450. Yeah. Why would you ever Psychic Leap there? Just Cheryl or something.
I'm not opposed to it. I feel like I should be against that, but I'm not against it. Because you can still play Fusion Strike Energy and Elisa as well, right? So you can still like do a bunch of stuff in addition to the double turbo.
Oh yeah. The part that I was big confused about is that more lists weren't playing quad turbo energies, more Mew list. I saw like Mew list out there, they're like, oh cool, turbo energies neat. I'm still gonna play 8 cards to not play a turbo energy instead, to do 20 less damage. They're like, oh, play 3 sparkles and a Fusion Strike Energy and like whatever else. They were playing like 4 sparkle, 4 Fusion Strike. Or like, and the Meloetta package. Right? Like, why are you committing a 9-card package to Fusion Strike Energies when you can just go turbo and attach belt and do 220? You still play the basic energies. I don't hit the basic energies for like turn 1 attach with Fall Crystal, turn 2 Fall Crystal attach again, 210. Right?
And I don't play Mew often, but I do feel like the Fusion Strike Energy like protection ability is very admirable, I guess. Admirable.
It's heckin'
I don't
good.
like the
I agree 100%.
I mean, if you have one on a Genesect, doesn't Galarian Weezy not affect it? You can still do your biz.
Weezy is going to be more of a more of a nuisance now.
We get Manaphy.
Manaphy.
I'm hyped. I love Weezy.
I'm gonna stop playing PT Studio for a week until
No,
people
then you
learn
just
that it's so
become
bad.
then you just become the problem. That's when you just
Uh,
join. That's when you join in.
I can't join Weezy now. All
It's
right, here's how
fun.
my Gengar matchup went against Weezing, right? I was like, all right, Gengar hit for 60, right? And you're asleep. They went net Weezing, push Weezing, poison, and put down coffee and Weezing again. And I was like, that sucked. Now I'm poisoned. Now I gotta switch out of poison, push the Gengar back into the active, 60. They went net Weezing into next Weezing, poison. That's all they did for 3 turns. That's how they played the game of Pokemon. I was so bummed out. I was like, why am I playing this game? Weezing, I'm never doing that. Can you imagine if that was my game plan? I was net the Weezing out of the active. And hear me out, push another Weezing. And you're gonna die to poison. And then you're just gonna tilt your opponent into scooping. And that's how I'm gonna win games. That was my thought on playing that Weezing deck.
That's how I would be. Yeah.
One of the worst things about getting knocked out from the poison of a Weezing is that if you play a deck that runs Raihan, you can't even use Raihan. That's the worst part.
Oh, it's so tilted. You're like, go get the energy back. No, you won't.
Nope.
No, you won't. You don't get the energy back, and you don't get the escape rope off the Raihan because you don't get to play Raihan to get the Weezing out of the deck. You're like, yes, I'm going to Raihan, get the energy back, rope it out of the active, use my Drizzles, and then you go like, why isn't Raihan glowing? It's not glowing. What's poison? Poison.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are selling me for my team challenge on Sunday to just play Weezing. So thank you.
The deck is bad. Don't play Weezing. The deck is
selling myself to play it.
I would not play that ever. No.
I can't choice belt. It's
so
fun. It's so fun.
I played it once. It wasn't great. Okay, hear me. You could add Raihan.
He's like, but I do have a good idea. Hold on.
every time Sack says, "Okay, hear me out," it's just
I got by this. I was playing against the Weezing deck. I was playing my Jolteon, like, oh, cool. I'm going to beat this. Like, no problem, right? And then they went Raihan, Urshifu, V, Raptor Energy. And I was like, oh, tough. So that's like the only selling point that I could is I can go Raihan, Urshifu, Raptor Energy, KO Jolteon. Or Arceus.
Or Gengar.
Yep.
Or Gengar, right? Because like what Arceus deck is going to play Dunsparce?
Some might, but like honestly... Like that, I don't know. It's just like it's so easy to quick shooting KO that thing because they're probably not going to play nets, and you're still trading so favorably that you'll eventually be able to pull off the KO. So, yeah.
If Weezing becomes BDIF, that's going to be a problem.
What? A single prize deck being BDIF sounds great. I'm in. I'm so far in.
Oh, I don't get to use my ability. I don't get to have fun.
I get to use my abilities though. Super fair.
I want to have fun. It's fun.
Are you ready to do some questions from Twitch chat?
I'm in.
I was asking Lindsay, but okay, sure.
Yes.
Quick single prizers. Quick recap. Thought that were cool. Wormadam. Bees are back. Any Wormadam, right? Guard Shop. It's like, hey, you can't hit this for a turn when you evolve it. It does 160, so 2 shots VMAXs and has invincibility for a turn. I thought that was neat. And Lucario was also kind of neat. It's like the Charizard. We can avoid resolve to the Charizard, but it's a fighting Pokemon in stage 1. And also Empoleon in the discard pile draw 3.
The Empoleon's cool. I don't think it's ever going to be good, but also maybe it's going to be good. It's such a cool card.
Right.
All right. First question from chat. And we kind of already addressed it, but I'll get to it anyway. Stellar Wish Gaming asks, I dare you to sell me on Gengar. So can you give a one sentence, why is Gengar...
You might win a tournament, you might not. I mean...
You might go 6-0, you might go 1-2 drop.
That's
one of us went 6-0, the other one went 1-2 drop. So it depends on what player you are.
I went 3-4 drop on the second tournament of the day.
If you're Lindsay, you can definitely go 6-0, win the tournament. If you're Sack, stick to Jolteon.
I mean, it's fun though. It's playing Gengar is fun. I think it will be better and more consistent in the new format with Ultra Balls and, maybe Turbo Energy. We'll see.
Next question. Blaine asks, what's the best deck post Brilliant Stars, and why is it Torterra Inteleon? So, There's two questions
was-
there. I'll let you pick which one you want to address.
I was so hoping we could get to this episode without mentioning Torterra. I just like, no, just don't mention it. If we don't mention it, it'll be great. Because all I hear from the GLC folks, right, is Torterra's going to be so nice for GLC. I'm like, there's no chance that it carries over to like standard format, right? But you can do 300 with a Torterra. It's a stage 2. You might get Manaphy, who knows? But like Choice Bell, you're doing 330 on a single prizer. Man, that sounds almost as bad as Weezing. But I think it'll be nice.
There's a lot that has to go correct for that to actually happen.
Right, you get like Rare Candy, Raihan, whatever to get the energy in play, but you just have consistency issues. And then you can't play Manaphy if you're worried about Jolteon. So you're never OHKOing a Jolteon because all your stuff's going to get sniped. Or you don't OHKO the Jolteon because you're playing Manaphy, which is like a little problematic.
Lindsay, what are your thoughts?
It's one of those things where, I mean, it's kind of a tank. It's kind of beefy.
Wait, how
but
much HP
it
does
really 190.
Oh wow!
Oh my goodness,
that's actually really big.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a big boy. It really depends if they do play Manaphy or not, and depending on the supporters. I mean, it could slap. It could not.
That was significantly more positive than Sack was, at least.
But then to the first part of that question, best deck in format is going to be Mew, hands down.
I do think that Mew is going to be a lot more broad. I feel like there's going to be a lot more variations of it now, which would be more difficult when regionals come around because you don't really know what type of decks they're playing. But I do think that there will be a wider variety of Mew decks, if that makes sense.
Yeah, having the double turbo energy in there definitely helps give it some stuff.
Yeah.
And I agree.
I'm definitely going to try Cheryl.
Mew isn't the same level of BDIF as it is now, but like, I think it's the best deck. Yeah, it's not going anywhere.
No.
Well, not yet.
Mm-hmm.
Slapjack asks, do real people actually eat Arby's or is it all fake?
Food takes. When was the last time I had Arby's?
Okay. I honestly don't think I've ever had Arby's.
Saturday.
What? You made it sound like it was going to be years.
I know. Like 2004. No, Saturday.
Okay, so it's only because we had like a local tournament is because I had Arby's on Saturday because this was right there in the parking lot. You're like, all right, it's lunchtime, right? We got a break between now and Top Cut. Let's go get food. You walk across the parking lot, Arby's, right? But before that, nah, man, it's been a long time since I've had Arby's. Long time.
See, yeah, no, in that situation for me, we'd be like looking around the parking lot, be like, Arby's, like, oh, we'll just not eat. Gas station.
Right? So you're like, do I want like McDonald's or something? Nah, I'm good. I'll just be hungry. Just go to bed without dinner.
I'll just starve.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I don't think I've had it since I was a kid. I don't think real people eat Arby's. If you do eat Arby's, feel free to @ me on Twitter @mellow_Magikarp and let me know that you have in fact eaten Arby's within the last.
That you are real.
Yeah, that's important. Yeah, prove to me you're not a bot. Also,
I'm right here.
You haven't proven that you're not a bot yet. To be fair.
Okay, well, the curly fries really good. That's what I'm saying. These curly fries are really good.
Yeah, they look good. Anyway, Sandy Beach asks, how many Manaphy are you buying? The perfect question.
I have considered throwing one in a Jolteon list.
Yo, the mirror match? Is that better than Urshifu?
Probably. One card versus what, like 3 other tech cards you have to throw in there to make Urshifu work? I'm not a hater on the Urshifu. I think it's honestly hilarious.
That sounds like a hater.
No, I think it's I just don't know how to play it yet. But like I will try any deck once.
All right, so when are we going to see you stream some Jolteon Urshifu gameplay?
I mean,
right after this podcast.
Coming soon.
Let's go.
I think the Manaphy question, right? You guys remember Mew was like, Mew's like whatever, bench player is not that great. And then like Urshifu got reprinted and like Jolteon came out and all that stuff. Like there's things that can snipe the bench. Mew shot up to like $8. for a Mew or $10, whatever, however expensive Mew got. So I don't think Manaphy is going to get that expensive, but hopefully not any more than I need to.
Mew is a holo rare. Is Manaphy a holo rare?
You're right. That's also a big question.
Let's see.
But like, Mew got expensive quickly. And if that's the case and it starts out low, I might pick up Manaphy's.
It is an uncommon, which makes a massive difference. Yeah, in my
That
experience of
uncommon
playing
with more HP.
any holo rare that is not a stage 2 and has an ability, you buy it like right away. Because those things will become really expensive really fast. Yeah, uncommon. No, it'll be fine. Anyway, I'm buying a couple for sure. Probably 2. Because I will never... There's a chance 2 is legal, and I'm the type of person where I will never ask to borrow cards if I don't have to, because I don't want people at my locals to know what I'm playing, even though I don't actually change my decks ever. And so I have to have everything I need just in case.
Man, I told everyone at my locals what I was playing a week in advance. Like, what are you playing next Saturday? Jolteon with Urshifu.
They're probably like, ha ha ha, okay.
Jolteon with Urshifu, right? Showed up, and one person almost same 60 as me, and I didn't see a single Jolteon all day long. No.
There's a 1K this weekend. I might put together Jolteon or Shifu.
Now we're talking.
Good stuff.
No leaks though. No leaks. No leaks.
Yeah, just don't. Whoever's listening, don't leak it.
Don't leak it,
Right.
Bean. I know you're going to be there, Bean. No leaks.
Listeners on the podcast, no leaks. Don't tell anybody.
Speaking of Bean, Mr. Darth Bean asks, which one prizers will be the best? Mad Party, Zard, Mally, Wormadam, etc. We already touched on the party. Is something better than Mad Party?
What are our
Probably
options?
Charizard.
I think Malamar is going to get better.
Yeah.
I think the Leon Zard is going to be, I mean, especially with Choice Belt. I mean,
Yeah, just wait till you prize your Leons, though, and you get bummed out. I had someone prize 3 Leons against me. They did 70 damage the entire game.
that's just tragic.
Or 50 or whatever much it does. They did no damage.
That fear is unlikely to happen often enough to
could,
care. Yeah, but you can also prize all 3 of your Jolteon VMAX.
Yeah. Well, unlikely.
Pin missile for your life.
Yeah. Dude, there's one game against Mew. I was playing Gengar. I prized 2 of my Gengar Vs. So I was like, I don't really want to bench this Gengar V right now. Benched it, tried to attach energy to it. Got boss killed the next turn. I was doing nothing.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's
So like
your Houndoom's can attack.
Yeah, nope. Prize a lot of Houndooms as well.
That's
So
when
like,
you just
prize your
stop.
Leons. Nah, you need like another attacker. I think Malamar's going to be good with bench barrier. Turn
PJ
2,
says
300 is
Durant?
probably good. Durant? Nah.
Durant, Mill?
Durant is a real deck next format, which is
No, it's
weird
not.
to say.
Hilarious.
Durant has never been a real deck, and I have top 4 to cup with Durant. So I'm just going to say no. Like you go up against someone that's like that knows what you're playing. Like, oh, you're playing Durant, you're playing Mill. I'm not going to draw a single card ever. I'm just going to take my 6 prizes.
No, that's where that.
So
what's the echo? Not echoing horn. The one that confuses.
Well, then you're playing control. Then Yellowhorn. I saw Yellowhorn in Mew today, so that was kind of fun.
Wait, I don't hate that.
Yeah, then when they confuse.
I've actually thought about it. I've thought about it with Jolteon, to be honest.
That would also work, right? Free retreat, so you can.
Yeah.
Huh. That sounds. I'm okay. Anyway.
It's in the notebook, but you know.
Yeah.
Sack. We'll talk later. We'll talk later.
Write it down. It's fine.
I'm Team Malamar, but anyone who wants to watch single prizers.
I think Malamar.
Yeah.
I do like the Rapid Strike Malamar.
Plus, it lives Jolteon pretty decently, even without Manaphy.
Really?
It has 120 HP. It has 120, which is better than 110 or anything lower than 100. Like Sobble, not living a Jolteon, but like the Malamar, you have to like double ping it or quick shooting it to KO it on the bench.
Yeah, so it's kind of like later game until you're even able to take out a lot of the Malamars. So yeah.
That makes sense.
So probably Malamar.
Mo Jelly asks, how do you consider which deck to bring to the first regionals with the new set being released, considering the meta may be shaken up a bit?
I can't answer that because I've never been to a regional, and I am also wondering the same thing.
So we're talking about Salt Lake City for anyone going to Salt Lake City with Brilliant Stars legal?
Yep. I guess that would be the one. That's about a month after the set releases, but it'll be the first big tournament.
Yeah.
Zach, do you want to offer your advice?
So this is like so different in like the online format, right? Like before COVID, right? Before all this happened, when you go into like a regionals after a new set release, nobody's playing anything. You have no idea what's going on. You're like, I'm gonna either break the format or play just straight consistency and beat all the inconsistent decks. Like that's how people showed up to regionals. Cool. But like now with the online world and all these tournaments happen, like there was how many tournaments happened today on a Tuesday? Right? The format gets solved in about a week or so. 2 weeks. So like, I think the format is going to get solved by the time Salt Lake City shows up. So just bring the best deck in format then. But if you like look at the test right away, like set came out Friday, you got a tournament Saturday. Play consistency. Like I know Mew's going to be good. I'm going to put in like a few turbo energies and some choice belts and call it a day. Great. But like, I might try to crank Arceus. I've been testing for like a week or so. But now I'm just going to play consistency. I think if Salt Lake City was tomorrow and Brilliant Stars came out tonight, I would probably play Mew because it's the most consistent, or Jolteon, because it's the most consistent deck out there. That's how I go about it.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I'm never one to try and break a deck ever. Like a format comes and there's a new set and it's just like, well, what deck am I already good with? Let's just play that one with a few changes. Like if Salt Lake City were in a couple weeks and the set was coming, I wouldn't touch Arceus. I thought someone else would do really well with it. I wouldn't feel bad that I didn't try it, even if it turns out to be the BDIF, because I'm like, it's just not, there's so many options with it. It's not like ADPZ when Zacian came out. It's like clearly very good because the combo's already made for us. Like I'm just going to play Mew because it's very good.
Yeah, I'm going to break the decks in my spare time.
Yep. Or a later
So
regional or something like that. Or an event like Worlds where you actually, not that you don't care about the other stuff, but like there's a different level of caring between a regional and an IC in Worlds.
For sure.
Mellow_Magikarp asks, what is your dog's name and what type of dog is that?
Why did
So
you phrase it like that?
this one is Ruger. And we have the twin brother right here. And then this is Magnum.
They're
So we
so
got
cute.
Ruger and Magnum. They are twin brother multi-poos.
Really, what you did was put down the dog and then pick up the same dog.
And here's the other. He's sitting a little weird.
I mean,
So here we got
okay.
double dogs.
Aw,
I definitely would have believed it was just the same dog twice.
Yeah, no. I don't know if I've ever gotten them both on camera at the same time. Usually just one will come up.
No, they both know, like, okay, this is our time to shine on the audio podcast.
If you're not witnessing this in video, I'm so sorry.
Just go to Mellow_Magikarp on YouTube. It's fine. You can see him there. For anyone listening on Spotify.
And I assume Linty Rosecup on Twitch, you'll occasionally get them to show up on stream.
Pretty often. Pretty often.
Last question. Wait, this isn't a real question. Just kidding. So let's transition perfectly into Lindsay. If people want more of you, where can they find you?
Twitch is where you can find the most of me. Twitch. It's Linty_Rosecup.
Perfect. Twitter? YouTube?
I do have a YouTube, but nothing. It's gonna be all marching band stuff on YouTube. Don't recommend it. Please, I'm gonna have to go and hide everything now, so people don't just start going looking that up.
Are you the one marching, or were you like a director, or?
I was a music major for 2 years when I first started college. So a lot of my YouTube is kind of just like me playing music stuff, and I did this professional marching band thing for a lot of years. So a lot of that on there. But my Twitter is my actual last name. It's spelt like someone smashed their hand on a keyboard. That's Rohsko, P as in Paul, F as in Frank. It's pronounced Rosecup. At least that's what my parents told me. So
what? That's how you pronounce that?
Yes. So that's where the Rosecup comes from. That is how you pronounce my last name.
I definitely can't read.
I mean, unless they're pulling like the sickest prank of all time, that's how it's pronounced.
That's way cool.
And for anyone listening, that'll be in the description box of either the YouTube or whatever your podcast app is, so you can check that out for anyone else who can't spell. Zach, where can the people find you if they want more Jolteon Urshifu?
You can find me over on Twitch, Sacksack17, and Sam on Twitter, Sacksack. But there's an underscore on Twitter, Sacksack_17. So follow me on Twitter. I'm trying to get more followers on there.
And of course, myself, you can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube at mellow_magikarp. Make sure to leave all the stars if you're using Spotify or iTunes, or a thumbs up if you're on YouTube, or etc., etc., etc. And this has been another episode of the Lake of Rage podcast. We'll catch you all next week.